Yeah, 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 Urko. Hey, 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 look. Yeah, what's going on? I go by the name of Steph Urko, and welcome to another episode of Millennial Dungeon. How's everybody doing this beautiful weekend? I had a great weekend. Today we got guests returning, Tamir B. That's what I call her.
Hey,
What's going on?
not much.
Nice,
Chilling.
nice. Kicking it like a donkey.
Something like that.
Nice, nice. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. How you been?
It's been a minute. I'm good. I'm just been waiting for my invite back. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, we gotta get you more in here. You just gotta let us know.
Yeah. I'll be around. I've been
So,
watching.
oh yeah, hey man. Oh, if y'all don't know Tamara, know she a avid listener. You know what I'm saying? She's been supporter since day one. So we appreciate y'all on this. We appreciate you on this podcast.
Yeah, no problem.
So let's jump right into the topic. So we're gonna talk about Shanquella Robinson. If anybody didn't know, so here's the brief of the story. Shanquella Robinson was a 25-year-old African American black woman from North Carolina, and she died a month ago. Her and her friends went on a trip to Mexico and celebrating one of the friends' birthday. And then the next day, she turned up dead. Now, reports on came back. Well, her friends told the police, the authorities in Mexico, that she died of alcohol poisoning. That's the story they were sticking with. But then when they took her into custody and did autopsy of her body, it said she had a broken spinal cord and a dislocated neck. And then a video surfaced on the internet of her fighting one of the friends in the group, and one of the friends was actually recording the fight. And you didn't really see the most of the video. All you see was you just mostly hear the volume of the friends saying you ain't gonna fight back, da da da, all this. And so we just lead to believe that one of the friends end up killing her. I don't know if it was on purpose. I don't know if it was by accident when they was fighting. And now it's just this big thing where one it's been a warrant been placed out the girl who did it. But we don't know who did it. No names have been dropped. So we don't know if it's the Mexican authorities territory. And it's been a sad thing that happened. But I want to know your thoughts on it.
Yeah. I mean, it's incredibly sad. I think that is crazy. It brings up the conversation of know your friends. This girl went on a trip with a group of friends for her birthday and didn't make it home from that trip. That's just crazy. I mean, you plan trips all the time, or I mean, I actually haven't gone on a friend's trip, um, but that might just be a personal thing. But I always want to. I want to go to. I talk about cabin trips, beach vacations with groups of friends. It just always seems fun. Girls trip. They make movies about this stuff. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
want to go out and have a good time, and to think that you might not come home is crazy
exactly.
at
For
the
me,
hands of your friends.
right. I was gonna say, yeah. For me, when I first heard the story, like I wanted to do like more like background checking on it, as far as like who was actually with her, like, and apparently most of the friends that were with her, she grew up with.
Mm,
Because I'm thinking to myself, like, how can somebody that she grew up with let this happen to her? Or better yet, I was just trying to do more research on like why was she fighting one of her friends? And it's like when you don't really know the full story of something, like your mind goes in different places. And one of the things that popped in my head was jealousy. You
for
know,
sure.
I don't know what the situation was, and you know how when it comes to certain friend groups, we all know those fake friends. Somebody's jealous of somebody, somebody has beef with on somebody, and they just finally address it. Things like that. I think you and me had a conversation about this before about fake friends or like
Hmm.
being catty. I think this was a long time ago. I don't know if you remember when we had a friends about like why some girls don't hang out with other women because like they're chatty or they start drama and stuff like that. And what do you think about this situation? Do you think this led to something like that, or like is more to it?
I mean, I think it could have been anything. Um, Jealousy is probably a good one. I mean, it's hard to pinpoint just because we don't know her, and we don't know the dynamics of the friend group. I mean, I know they said the one guy was like was supposed to be her best friend of the last 5 years. So I was kind of thinking like, I don't know how close they were. It's only been 5 years, but it's just it's hard to say. Like if we even if we knew more just about her as an individual, we could probably say a little bit more to that, to the jealousy aspect. It bothers me that this was even a mixed crowd. There was men and women.
Mhm.
And this happened. Now I don't know if maybe the men were more kind of on the feminine side, where there's just kind of like a girls trip still. I don't know the dynamics of that friend group. Um, but it's very possible. I know I don't particularly remember the conversation we had, but I know my thoughts on that, like on fake friends and everything like that. And I've always been one of those people who doesn't particularly hang out with a lot of women. And I love women. I mean, I love my people. So it's nothing against women in particular, but I've never been like the catty person or like the petty or full of drama kind of person. I don't like to sit around and just talk about people. um, that's not what I enjoy. So a lot of the times, women, I just don't connect with women on that level. Um, so that's probably why I haven't been on a girls trip. Now that comes full circle. But I just couldn't imagine. There was this situation reminds me of a situation that was local to me in Pittsburgh, and I'm not sure how big this had got. But there was a girl here a couple tax seasons ago who had got her refund check and was talking about it at work with one of her girlfriends at work, and that girlfriend set her up and had two dudes come to work, like come to her after she got knowing when she got off, and they robbed her and killed her for her refund check. And I'm pretty sure I know she had kids at home. I think she had 3 kids at home. But this was a similar situation where she thought she was talking to a friend, and that friend really set her up for what, $2,000 that was going to be split 3 ways. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
crazy. You really never know who your friends are. I tell people every day, like, take this post off of Facebook. Like, take this stuff off of Facebook. Nobody needs to know when you got your refund check. Nobody needs to know when you got a couple extra dollars in your pocket. People don't need to know these things. And social media has just become this window into people's lives, and people feel like because they see what other people are posting and they see what other people want them to see, they feel the need to create this image for themselves that they are similar. And it's not necessary. People don't need to know everything about you. People don't need to know every move that you make. Even when I go on vacation, I don't post that I'm on vacation until I get back home. Like, I don't post anything, and I'm not posting the pictures. I don't post flights, and I definitely don't post like times. No, you don't need to know when I'm going to be away from my house. Like, you don't need to know these things. So
Right.
it's just crazy.
Facts. And it's like you said before, like you gotta be careful who you surround yourself with. Honestly, I was always the type of person to believe like it's two types of friends I have. It's friends that I'm cool with and it's friends that I'm close with. You know, the friends you cool with are people that you see around. Hey, what's up? I ain't seen you in such and such. How you doing? Da da da. How your mom doing? Or I gotta get going. It's good seeing you. And then it's the friends you close with, the friends that you actually do go on trips with, the friends that you actually share certain things with, the friends that you actually go for advice, the friends that you know what I'm saying. You going to know they gonna have your back on certain things. So it's like when it comes to going on vacation and trips, like you gotta be in my close friends on situation. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be in my close friends group because like even if we cool, I still don't know enough about you, like what type of time you gonna be on, right? So it's like, okay, we cool like when we passing by each other and stuff, but like or how do you act when we go out and stuff? Because if you cool, I probably don't go out with you like that. So if we go out, do you know how to conduct yourself? How do you treat other people around us and stuff like that? And it's like I don't like worrying about those kind of things. So I don't know like if it was some kind of inner beef that she had with the people in her group. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Because you drama. Well, this can be anything. Because we really don't know what happened amongst a group, and it's just sad that she had to lose her life for whatever cause. Because this wasn't about random people. This was like people that she chose to go on a trip with, people that she posted pictures with and stuff like that. And the fact that to see this happen to her at a young age, it just like makes you question like, okay, who's in my circle? If that can happen to her, that she knew them for so long, how I know the person I knew since I was 10 years old is not going to cross me? You get what I'm saying?
For sure. You
So
know,
I have a,
there was
oh, go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say there was two other things that really bothered me about this situation, or that like hurt my heart. Her mother has said that she talked to her that night, and like when they arrived, and she talked to her and everything was good, and she said they were going to go out to dinner, and she would talk to her in the morning, and that was the last time her mother heard from her. Um, I don't know if you saw, but there was a video that came out of kind of like the before the fight, and Shanquilla was running around naked looking for everybody. And like not, I mean not running around, but like she already was naked, and she was like, "Where's everybody at?" Looking to turn up, like as if this was a planned thing. Because that was one of the things that caught my eye. I mean, why is she naked in this fight, and nobody else is naked? You know what I mean? Everybody else is fully dressed, but she's just naked. Like, did something happen? Did they strip her? You know, I'm like, what was going on? But there was the pre-fight video where she was already lit, like she was ready to turn up. And I don't mean lit as drunk, because obviously they already said she didn't even have alcohol in her system. But she was ready to turn up. She was just ready to go out and have a good time. She was looking for everybody. Where's everybody at? Where y'all at? Da, da, da. Meanwhile, they were all probably back in the room somewhere plotting on her that whole time. And it's crazy. You mentioned close friends versus people you're cool with. And for me, I'm the same way. I definitely have categories for people. Um, but I'm real strict with who I call a friend. That's my thing. Like, there's people I'm cool with. There's people I know or I met. There's people I would definitely speak to. But my friends are somebody different. My friends are the people that I call. My friends are the people that I talk to on a regular basis. I got to a point where I even stopped adding people on Facebook. If I walk past you and you don't speak to me, I see you every day and we don't even say hello. Why are you friends with me on Facebook? Why are you even sending me a friend request? No, I went through and deleted all the people from high school that I'm not cool with or that I know had beef with me. Why am I friends with you on Facebook? Why am I giving you access to me in this capacity, in any capacity? You know what I mean? I've seen
Yeah.
people, this is kind of a little bit off, but I've seen people recently sharing this post that said, "Oh, none of y'all even really liked me in high school, but it's cool." Why are you still friends with those people? Why are
Exactly.
there why are these people connected to you on Facebook when people like me, I know who I'm friends with. So I do share parts of my life. They know that I have pets. They know that you know what I mean? They know that I don't live alone. They know just little stuff like this, that if it was somebody who really wanted, you know what I mean, something had beef with me or wanted to cause me harm, Facebook is access to me in a way that didn't exist years ago.
Yeah.
So it's just stuff like that you really gotta be careful of. Even if, oh, and I want to mention too, even if you do go on trips with people, like for example, say me and my boyfriend went on a trip and I'm with him, but I'm not cool, I'm not close with everyone else. You know what I mean? Whether they're like his people or their significant others of his friends, you know what I mean? There may be times when you're with a group of people that you aren't super close with everyone. Um, but I think it's important to know where you stand with people, even if you are going to go out, you know, not to put yourself in a situation where you would have to completely trust these people. We're not going to all stay in a room together. We're going to have a separate space. You know what I mean? Just little things like that. I'm always going to have somebody that's going to have my back. Like in that case, my boyfriend, you know, in that situation. But it's important to know that these people are people you're cool with versus people you're close with. You don't share every detail with these people. You don't, you know what I mean? Just kind of things like that. It's so important these days.
Facts. I agree with that 100% too. And it's like you gotta be even careful. Like even if somebody like bring a friend of theirs, you gotta be like analyze like, yo, who is this that's coming with us? You know what I'm saying? I'm that person. I'm like, yo, so how you know him again? You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that asks questions like, yo, because I don't know these people. I don't know how they ride.
Yes.
I don't. I'm already picky on who I like have close around me because if they get in some shit, I don't try and get dragged down with it. And you made me think of the little story you said about the girl that thought she had a friend but ended up setting her up for the refund check. I had a question about that too. So like,
Mhm.
why do you think it's so much easier for people to try to scheme and set people up and just kill people and risk their life in jail than just work for their own?
I mean, I just think that comes with like the same reason why people sell drugs. I mean, people like it. They like quick money. There's
Yeah.
this whole like glorification of fast money.
Yeah.
Once you get a taste of it, it's hard to work 9 to 5 and have to, make that money in 2 weeks versus a day.
Yeah.
Just like B Simone says, she don't want no 9 to 5 ass dude. Like,
Oh
you
God.
know,
Oh yeah, I remember she said that. I'm like, oh man, that girl crazy.
yeah. I mean, I think it's really just that the appeal of fast money. It's easier just to go get it than it is to work for it in their minds, and it makes it worth it. Now, I do feel like I don't like to judge people too much who are in situations where that's literally all they know. I think that that's a societal issue and not like a personal problem. Because there are people who grow up and all they know is the thug life. That's all they know. That's what they're surrounded with. Their dad's in the streets. Their mom was taking care of the house and doing what she needed to do to get by. So at 14, they had to go get money. Well, really, it'd be at 10, 11, 12. They got to go get money and they can't get a job. They're too young. So they go to the streets and they get those couple dollars in their pocket. By the time they're 14, they've been in the streets for 3 years. Now you want them to go to McDonald's and make 7.25? They gonna look at you like you crazy. So there's people who that's all they know and they've been in that their whole life. There's women who grow up around it, you know what I mean, and then they get to that age, like the example I gave you, the girl who got set up for her refund. They get to that age because they were not young. I mean, they were like 22, 20, 21, 22, 23. Like, they weren't teenage. Um, they knew better. I say that to say they knew better. But that the girl who set her up probably grew up around those people. She had those friends who was willing to do it for some $2,000 split. Like it's crazy. It wasn't no money. Like that. You just risked your whole life and got caught. I mean, they got caught. All three of them in prison.
And how you gonna split a three ways a refund check? You know what I'm saying? Like how much you really gonna buy with that three-way refund check for $2,000? It was a dumb move.
It was dumb. It was dumb. They didn't think it through. Like, and it might have been a little more than 2,000, but it wasn't much. It definitely wasn't 10. And she had it all on her, which that was another stupid thing. Like, she told her friend like when she was going to get it. She had the cash on her, but you think you know somebody. Like, she thought they were close. Like, she thought they were friends. And it's like this trip. Like, I couldn't imagine going on vacation with a group of friends and somebody not coming back home with us, and then trying to come up with a lie. First of all, they said all their stories didn't even match. Y'all had 5 days. I mean, this was day one. Y'all was there for a couple more days to get y'all story together, and y'all didn't even come up with the same story.
Dumb.
That's the least y'all could have did.
It's dumb.
But that makes me think though that it wasn't planned. I think that they had ill intentions because like we did talk about that. Like, what happened? Like, was it planned? Did they go in there with a purpose? I think they had ill intentions, but I don't think they meant to kill her.
Right.
That's just my guess. I obviously don't know anyone in this situation, but my guess is that they didn't mean to kill her. I think that was completely an accident. I don't think that they liked her. I think they wished her harm. They definitely planned this fight. Um, but I don't think that they thought she would die. And I think that's what caught everyone off guard. That's what made them not be able to think straight. And they just said alcohol poisoning. Let's just say, something simple. Because they didn't even think that through. I mean, you could easily, it takes one autopsy to test somebody's, blood and see like that was not the case. But
Yeah,
it's sad.
it is sad. And another thing, another problem I had with the story is the fact that one of the friends that was actually she was actually supposed to be close with, was recording the whole time they was fighting. And it just makes me think nowadays too, like every time you see a fight or see some altercation about to happen, everybody's so quick to record something. So you seeing these two friends about to knuckle up and stuff like that, you want to record it and shit like that. And it's just like, it makes me think like how desensitized we are when it comes to violence. And I'm not even just talking about the story. I'm just talking about just in everyday life right now. And it's like every time you see like a fight about to happen in McDonald's or in the street or when you go to the post office, everybody quick to pull out a phone to record it, as if like, yo, that's not cool. Because like, what if somebody that's about to fight pulls out a gun and starts shooting? It's just like you still gonna be the one to be ducking, trying to record and stuff like that. It's like you don't really think, okay, if I stay and will just watch this situation, I could be risking my life too. So like my question is like, what do you think when it comes to people like just being so desensitized about violence and feel like they have to put it on social media? Do you think it's we programmed to do that now?
You said, do I think we're programmed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's social media. Like, just everyone wants to have the story. Everyone wants to have the scoop. Everyone wants to go viral. It's like, this is the world we live in. It's sad. It's sad, but we see so much of it. We see these fights on Facebook all the time or on Twitter or wherever. We see this happening. So when it happens in front of us, it's like now we have the chance to be the one who posts this viral video. And people want clout. Like, that's all it comes down to. People want the clout, and it's sad. At this big age, like, fights do not do anything for me. If I'm out at McDonald's and I see, especially two grown men, if I'm out at McDonald's and I see two people about to fight, I'm getting the hell out of there.
Hell yeah.
Bye. I don't need to see this. Nope.
And plus, people don't be fighting fair no more. Like, if you see two people got beef with each other, 9 times out of 10, they not going to fight fair if one of them got a gun. Somebody pulling a gun out and they blasting, and it's like now you end
Yes.
up getting caught in a misfire. It's dumb to watch now.
Yes. It really is. I don't even like to watch boxing matches. Like, I don't want to see people fight. Like, it's just, it does not do anything for me.
Yeah,
I don't even like to watch the videos on Facebook. Like, it doesn't do anything for me. I don't get it. I don't get it.
either. It's like people just like so amused by drama. Like we so used to drama nowadays because of social media that it's our another form of entertainment. You know, you don't even got to pay for pay-per-view for boxing. You can just go on Facebook and just scroll. And just
Okay.
and I know it's a joke, but at the same time, it's kind of sad. It's like, oh, you ain't got nothing else to do. Like, don't you work? Ain't you at work? Like, pay attention, bro. It's like
Just
I
think
don't
back in
know.
the day, they used to be so far in between that we remember them, like Sharkeisha.
Oh
Just
yeah, World Star, Sharkeisha.
yes. I mean, little stuff like that where it would happen here and there, but like to the point where we would remember these videos.
Yeah,
Nowadays, you see it all day, every day. It's crazy. I mean, and then you even see worse. You see, like, you see the people get killed. You see when the gun gets pulled out. I mean, there's videos on Facebook literally of people losing their lives, and there's no way that we should be seeing this every day, every time we go online.
yeah.
It's crazy. We definitely, when you mentioned being desensitized, we are definitely desensitized as a nation, as a community, as a society. It's ridiculous.
It's sad, brother. So for me, I guess like the more of the story I think we can take from this whole situation and this story is be careful who you have around you. Be careful of the people you call your friends that's in your circle, because a lot of them won't have your back like you think they will. Especially if y'all get into certain altercations, they're gonna want to take your life. So just be wary of that. And two, I feel as though I've said this in the last episode too. Be careful in what we glorify, because a lot of us glorify violence when it comes to recording that stuff. Because oh damn, we gonna whoop his ass and stuff like that and stuff. We find it entertaining, but in reality, it's like that shit is wrong. Whether that's a friend or somebody you just met on the street, you shouldn't be recording that. You shouldn't want to like get a thrill out of recording something violent happening in the street just because it's going to get you likes on your Facebook or Instagram. So, gotta be responsible, people.
For sure.
That's all I got. You got anything else to say?
That's all.
So, RIP to Shanquella Robinson. Prayers goes out to her family, and take care of yourselves out there. People crazy out there. Drive safely. Stay safe. With that being said, I go by the name of Steph Urkel and our guest
Tamara.
This has been another episode of the Millennial Dungeon. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Yeah. Urkel.